What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Attack on Cowboys, and we diving right back into it with our Week 11 sounds after the Cowboys soundly took belt to ass on the Las Vegas Raiders. Let's get right into it as we listen to Quinnen Williams, George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, Dak, Schotty, all these guys in our 1 hour long episode. This is going to be a long one, man. Y'all kick back and relax. Shut your up.
That's few to help get off to a fast start.
Definitely emotional. A guy who played with relentless effort. A guy who was smart. A guy who made plays on the field. So seeing that picture on, for me personally, just gave me the motivation to play like him, to play with effort and to make plays also. So
you played like you tonight, Big Quinnen.
Not only debut for the Cowboys after being off from football for a couple of weeks,
yep.
double back, but to have the explosive debut that you had.
I'm playing with some great individuals, man. You got Quinnen Clark, you got Osa, you got Easy, you got JD over there, man. So the guys around me, man, is playing unbelievable. It helped me. All I just kind of needed to do is just do my job, and it was that, man. But having a great group of guys around me make it easy for me. So
love that.
Are able to perhaps for the first time celebrate.
I know amongst the defensive line is one of those things like it's excitement, it's positivity, but want to keep stacking these, man. Want to keep stacking these performances and want to keep getting better week in and week out. And that's just the main goal, man, to keep getting better, keep stacking up the good things, fix the bad things, and win football games. So.
Donovan was rocky earlier. It's be exciting for a young guy like him to get his first safety.
Yeah.
Can you talk about
Easy
the positive impressions, specifically some of the things he's done doing?
A young guy, man, who played the game and who carried himself like a 12-year veteran. The things he can do when it comes down to rushing the passer, the physicality, when it comes down to stopping the run, is unbelievable from a rookie, especially. And then the sky's the limit for him. And I can't wait to be a part of his development and wait to be a part of his success because he's gonna have a lot of success in this league for years to come. So.
Love that.
Looked at you as kind of a missing piece on this defensive line. Do you think that one guy can really make a total difference for a group, kind of like it happened tonight?
I don't think that. I don't think one guy could change anything. I think the team itself, the guys around you, all 11 on the field, the coaching staff in general makes the difference. One man don't do nothing. It's not golf. It's not tennis. Everybody on this team has to do the job. Everybody in this organization has to.
I love the humbleness, but boy, we saw you putting belt to ass on the Raiders offensive lineman. You only played 33 snaps and it felt like 80, bro. Your number was flashing anytime you was out there, Quinnen. But you right, though. Kenny Clark, Osa Diggies, all them boys, Izzy, them boys went off.
Do a job, the best of our ability to win football games. So.
What did you see on your sack, and what was the feeling after you were able to haul Gino down for your sack as a Cowboy?
I got to go watch the film. I really don't kind of know. I'm still trying to compartmentalize the plays and stuff, stuff like that. So, I can watch the film. So.
You mentioned how much it is a team game. It's not golf, it's football. Yeah. But to see a defense have an effort like today where you get plays from all three levels, defensive line, linebackers, cornerbacks, and safety, what does that say about what this defense can be going forward?
It's unbelievable, man. It stems back to everybody doing their job, the best of their ability for this defense to win, and also everybody doing their job, the best of their ability to help this team win football games. And that's all you can ask for, man. Everybody's not perfect, but if we can continue to stack the good things and delete the bad things, I think we can transcend to be a great defense. So.
New to the fold, but what do you feel like in terms of, is there a swell of confidence for this week? Do you guys feel like you took a big step tonight?
I think we just take it one day at a time, learn from the good things we did this week, build on that, and then learn from the bad things we did this week and also build on that.
Shouldn't be no swells of confidence after the Raiders. I mean, let's keep it real, but it was a great win. We're going to feel good, but no swells of confidence. Keep the mission going. All y'all did was y'all started the car up. Now we're ready to take a rocky ride. Y'all started the car up for us. That was all the Raiders was the ignition key. Just That's it.
So definitely take one day at a time. Look at the film, watch the film, be critical of ourselves, be critical of our effort, and different things like that, and just keep stacking week to week. So
when you were very complimentary of Coach Wycott and, and coming back to play with him, how did you see his impact kind of helping you?
A lot.
I think it's unbelievable, man. I think he got the room, especially when he come down to his composure, his attitude, the way he attacked the game, the way he looked at the game, and putting us in the best position to win. When it come down to one-on-ones up front, when it come down to pass rushing, things like that. So he's been an unbelievable person in my career, and I'm continue to be an unbelievable person for this organization. So.
he wore Marshawn's jersey
Yep.
in the stadium tonight. What did you see from him from a visual standpoint? Obviously, he was as close to him as anybody being in his position.
Yeah.
What did you see?
He's just a passionate coach in his own, man. He coach everybody like his own son, man. He want to see success out of each and everybody in his D-line room. So I think he took most. I don't want to say he took the most emotion from it, but you can tell he was definitely passionate, and emotional of it because he do want to see everybody succeed and win in the defensive line room. So I definitely know he passionate about each and every one of us. So
Thanks, Q.
thank you.
Love that big Q.
Yeah, that's it.
Marion
Shiesty! I don't know what made me jump on the goalpost, but I ain't gonna do that again.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah.
You just talk about your overall game and 140 yards tonight.
Yeah.
You had the most receiving yards of any Dallas Cowboy in the first 10 games. Just talk about the season.
Just really credit to the guys, honestly, bro. I can only do this as much as they can. You know what I mean? I'm there with them every day. I just feel like when we execute, those type of games can't happen for me. So definitely shouts out to the guys.
What went into UNC not starting the game on the first drive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certain personnel. We kind of thought they was gonna come out and certain stuff, but they didn't. They started kind of hunching down on the run. So.
YN Shiesty, was that a YN white lie? Because, no way. I don't care what kind of personnel they got out there, boy. Ain't no way Tolbert and Flournoy better matchups for any kind of personnel. F that.
Start throwing it around a little bit.
The touchdown right before the half. Can you describe the play and what would you cut back with Medi when you
I'll probably just say God gifted, thank God. Turned around, caught an in route. I was a little short. Guy missed a tackle, running full speed, put on the brakes, walked in the end zone. I don't know about the goalposts.
It looked like we having so much fun out there tonight.
Yeah.
Spinning away from guys and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Like I said, credit to the guys for real. As far as me on my behalf, I'll probably just say running the ball hard. I feel like that's one thing that I was emphasizing tonight. After catch, I knew that.
Bro, he's unhinged, bro. I love GP, but, man, you can tell he's a football player, and he's unhinged. I promise y'all.
He's going to have a lot of zone drops, So definitely run after catch.
He can't help.
You missed a couple of things during the week, and he informed you that you're going to miss the first series. Was that difficult to hear from him?
That's just like, between me and Shotty, honestly.
How can you guys build on this? Go against the body,
There you go, GP. Tell Calvin Walker, shut your bitch ass up with your old crusty ass. Tell him, GP.
I'd probably say, like I said, execution is really the biggest thing in this league. If you go out there and you execute, you do your job right, you do it full speed, you got great chances to beat a lot of teams. So I'd probably just say execution.
How much y'all looking to do from 4 5 and 1 really have to rattle off some things to take this season? Y'all think about that?
No, just keep grinding. Just keep going, keep grinding.
You're out there in the free kick.
Yeah, nah. That's another thing. I don't know. I've never. I've been on hand team my whole career, but I've never seen a punt like I've never seen that before. So I didn't really know what to do. Luckily, I caught it and got out of bounds. I love him. I know people used to call me Jorge, so definitely one of my things. So yeah, I love him.
Bruh. GP buddy.
Emotional carrying Marshall's jersey back after that. What
Osa,
in this game?
the Black Thor. We got Godzilla and King Kong with Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams. And we got the Black Thor. Osa Odigizua, man. The African Thor. The Nigerian Thor.
A lot, because like one of the things that we talked about was just taking the pain and turning it into a purpose. Honoring Marshawn by putting his style of film on tape and his style of play.
Damn! Y'all see that cut on his shoulder? That shit is down to the white meat, boy. Ouch! His right shoulder. Look at it real quick. I might be in the... Ouch!
Which is like he upheld our standard to a very high level in terms of passion, effort, and energy, you know what I mean? And everything that he did, he went 110%. So just knowing that, like, if he could strap up today, how would he approach the game? And just taking that same approach.
What did you see from Quinnen in his debut? Obviously, it was a dynamic way to make his debut in the Cowboys uniform.
Boy, was snapping.
What's your takeaway from seeing him just step in and do that?
He was snapping, you know what I mean? He definitely setting the tone in a lot of ways. Like the way he was rushing, just the way he was getting up the field, you know what I mean? Attacking.
There you go, Osa. Your energy's a lot better with this Quinnen question than the last one, bro. All right. You sound excited now. There you go.
Good to have a guy like that on the field, respect his game for a long time. Been watching him since I was in college. Same with KC, so being able to have them on the team and
Sometimes I wonder if these players be hearing my content, bro, because his energy talking about Quinnen this time completely different.
People that I can feed off of, and we can all feed each other's brain and stuff like that. And
I know you
get tips from each other's stuff. This is dope. And just watching him turn me up,
Smile on your face just talking about what you guys are able to go out there and do.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun. You know, I feel like we had a dominant performance up front. So when you have games like that, especially as hard as we work week in and week out, when you're able to have a game like that, it's a lot of fun.
So how quickly did you feel Quinnen's impact on just the defensive line in this game?
I mean, I definitely felt it when he came in the room, came in very confidently, you know, speaking life into the room in terms of like what we were capable of, what he's capable of, what we're going to be able to do. So being able to just watch it take place and watch it unfold was pretty dope.
But how about like on the field tonight too? How quickly was like, oh, okay.
Immediately. Yeah. You know what I mean? From the first play, you know, was able to feel his presence.
How noticeable is it when you all open things up for each other?
This
not just
man
him being out there being Kenny, but just when three of you guys are on the field.
Why they zoning the camera out? We know he big.
And one with the other. How evident was it when you get more one-on-ones if he gets double or something like that?
It's definitely, you can feel the difference. Obviously, like not getting as many double teams feels great, you know.
And what can you say about just the defense having such a complete game in all three levels? I mean, you guys were making plays on the D-line, linebackers were making plays, defensive backs were making plays. What does that do for you guys going into a short week with the Philadelphia Eagles coming to town?
Definitely feels good, you know. Like I said, just having that purpose moving forward for Marshawn and being able to honor him in that way feels great. I think we're all on the same page from front to back. All 11 guys who stepped on the field, we're playing with him in mind and being able to honor him with our play.
Obviously, you're the one who carried his jersey off the field tonight. What did he mean to you? What did that mean to you? And what does it mean to go out and put this kind of performance on the field and be his honor?
It means a lot, you know what I mean? It means the world to me to be able to honor him and just honor his memory. Being able to carry his jersey and, like I said, carry his light and take it with us moving forward. He's with us every step of the way.
Also, what is something that fans don't know and understand about having a teammate, a brother, to lose him and then still have to go to work and perform and do this?
You got to play through pain. It's part of the game. You know what I mean? Not this per se, but like playing through pain is something that's a part of the game. You know, just being able to like really, I guess, compartmentalize and take that pain and just use it. You know, that's not something that. I mean, I can't say that nobody else would understand. People that don't play football.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Just with my little experience, even with football, bro. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Going through pain, that makes a motherfucker more dangerous than ever on that field, bro. Real talk, bro. You don't want to be lining up against somebody, across from somebody. They got some serious shit on their heart. Because football may be the best workplace to take that out at work. Real talk.
Football will understand, but like, you know, if you've been through something like this, then you know how it feels, and if you had to keep going and keep moving forward, you know, just being able to repurpose that pain. Anybody who's felt this and been in a similar situation knows what it feels like.
Also, did you know the jersey was?
They wanted us to be able to be mentally prepared for that and not be like overwhelmed by the moment. Just and they did a good job of letting us know that was going to be what they did and just letting us know. And I was happy to be able to honor Marshawn and take him with us.
Into the end zone, you caught that touchdown pass. What went through your mind?
Just a moment of silence for him, you know, just, you know, being grateful to be in the end zone. You know, not a lot of people can score in the NFL, you feel me? So just after I scored that, you know, just put my head down, gave a moment of silence to tribute my boy, man.
You spent double dates with him and his girlfriend and your wife. Reminisce on that.
Yeah, it was fun times, you know.
The fudge? Reminisce on that. Man, how you gonna tell somebody reminisce on that? Man, Flanoy a young dude, and he don't know that he could be like, hey, man, what the wrong with you, bruh? Let's talk about the game right now. You ain't about to just tell me to reminisce on some. Bro.
We did majority in training camp, you know. We was going to LA, you know, walking down Hollywood, the strip, and just, you know, great memories, you know. So it was just to play for him, just wishing he was here, you know. He would have definitely balled today, definitely had fun. You would see him smiling the whole game. It was just, man, just playing for him for sure.
And what did you and Dak say after that touchdown to each other?
Man, just keep working. Dak know how hard I work, and it's, he was just like, man, just keep going. And me and Dak established a relationship because we both have talked about being great plenty of times, making it to the Hall of Fame, and, you know, this not being it, you know, making it to the NFL is not it, you know, want to establish our name, have a household name. So me and Dak just, you know, shared a little moment after, you know, he connected with me.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, thank you.
I like that, Flanoy. That is the first time we done heard somebody give insight into Dak's mindset as a professional athlete, bro. Like, I guess from an outside perspective, kind of open the door to letting us know that, yeah, his goal is to be a Hall of Famer. His goal is to do X, Y. Like, Yeah, I like that.
And the career all-time leading passer for the franchise. But what has he been able to do for your game and how about him?
You know, because usually we just hear help this team win, help this team. So I like that.
What I could do for his game is just be there available. You know, just being with a great quarterback like that is, you know, just him being a leader. You know, me just going out there and just following his commands. You know, wherever he need me, I'm gonna be for sure.
Brian, you probably already answered this, but how quickly did your mind go to Marshawn after he scored the touchdown?
Instantly. You can see I kind of put my head down just for a moment of silence, just to reminisce him. You know, I was playing this game for him and for Jesus, so I felt both of their presence today.
What was it like in here before the game?
It was energy. You know, we knew we wanted to play.
Some reporters, some weirdos. How quick right after the touchdown did you?
They go out there and play for him. You see his jersey out in the locker and see it in the, on the sideline. So, you know, it just reminded us to keep going. Reminded us, you know, it's not over. We kind of started slow as an offense, but, you know, defense did well, and then we picked up our slack, and, we won for Marshawn. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Shotty was saying that you guys wanted to honor Marshawn and you're not done honoring him. I don't think he's talking about moments of silence or jerseys and things. Is this something that builds and continues what you guys want to do?
Yeah, for sure. All season long, all season we're going to play for him. You know, he was our teammate, our brother. Just keep going, keep playing for, just knowing he's here with us. You know, he's going but not going. He's still with us. And just continue to play hard for him. Yes, sir. Thank you.
I know what I can do, like I said. I did my best, and then listen to the noise. You know what I mean? Leading myself, leading my family. They had trust in me. Had support from them all the way to here. So I kind of fed into that, and that kind of brought me to today.
Football player.
Was third down in the red zone. You
Yeah,
didn't have time for butterflies. It's like you had to go out and roll.
Oh, no, the butterflies was left in the locker room. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little package for me. So I wasn't surprised when I had to get in the game. I had to get my mind right, take a little deep breath before I get out there on the game and get focused.
He had that one hit. Had to just lay a hat on somebody finally.
Oh, it felt great.
Yeah.
I needed that.
Yeah.
Either took me getting hit or me hitting somebody for me to be like, okay, it's time to lock in for real. So
now you had your first NFL action. Like, what have you learned from this experience that you're going to take into practice?
It's very fast.
Yeah.
It's very fast. At least this game was very fast for me. I ain't been out there in a year. So just trying to dial in on the details and focus on those. Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all. Yes, sir.
How did it feel first time you could be out there?
It was very exciting. Leading into it, I had like you said, I had butterflies. Leading into it though, I got in the locker room. I kind of walked around the field before the game. Just got to get the feel of, of the atmosphere. Came back, locker room, listen to some music, a little music that get you bumping, get you focused, get you ready to go out there. It was very exciting moment.
And then emotionally, all the work that you put into this, trainers, everybody, that feels great for everybody involved, right?
Oh, yeah, it definitely feels great, man. Definitely for my family, because they've watched me since day one, since I got injured last year, and just all the work I put in. I didn't do it for no reason. So I'm out there and gave it my best.
What's the song choice for you?
My song, man. Eminem, Till I Collapse. Till I Collapse, yes, sir.
Okay, that's a classic. All right, bruh. Let's get into the next part. Look, I told y'all it's going to be a long one, man. I told y'all this is one of them joints you just put on while you working or working out or chilling around the house, cleaning up. This one of them joints you just put on and let ride.
Just feels good, man. Obviously coming out to bye, I feel like it's very important for us to come out
Catch the balls.
And play together overall. Obviously with bringing in Q, he was very impactful. Love his presence, and overall the defense played lights out.
And how good did it feel to channel the emotions of losing Marshawn and then the memorial and everything before the game, to kind of channel that into something positive to help honor him the right way?
I just feel like we just got to continue to honor him, not just, again, have it 1 week after and because it's fresh. It's easy to kind of forget about things, and I feel like for Marshawn, it's just making sure that he's always appreciated and thought of, and for everything that he's done, the impact that he's made in 2 years. And yeah, man, it's amazing. Glad we could do that for him.
Obviously, you guys have kind of been up and down as far as the season goes. Offense is doing well, defense maybe not. Defense does well, offense kind of needs to find its groove. But
yeah.
You have a complete dominating win like this. What does it do for the emotion going forward?
Complimentary football, man. We proved that we can do it. We got to continue to do it. And I feel like the name of this game is consistency. Like, who can do it the most and who can do it at the same and play at a high level for the longer period of time, along with staying healthy. So I feel like we're doing a great job. We got a lot of people back, and man, we just getting this thing rolling.
You and George weren't in on the first drive of the game, but then both of you had great individual games. Kind of what went into that?
Man, just stepping up and playing how we play, man. Do what we do. We out there for a reason, and it was fun.
What was the reason for not playing?
I'm not going in depth on that, honestly. I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm not.
When you and Pickens are having the type of game.
Damn! They shut that bug down so quick. Yo!
Other guys have targets, but what can you say about Ryan Cole taking advantage of his targets?
shout out Flo, man. I'm happy that he's able to get in the end zone again. I think the second one of the season for him. We got to just keep turning. We got to keep switching the personnel, getting different people in, but keep people balling today.
Just on the most basic level, what does it mean like a locker room 11 days later?
Playing for him for the rest of the year. We just got to go out there and dominate. We got to go out there and put plays together. We got to find ways to win. We got to fight.
Normally, you guys try to turn the page after 24 hours, win or lose. You guys come on a short week now. You got the Eagles coming into Dallas. How quickly do you turn this page?
It's over now. The game over. We on to Philly. I think we got meetings in the morning. We'll get our workout in, and we
love it.
Page is already turned, brother.
After your touchdown, Brian Schottenheimer came up and gave you and George a hug on the sideline. What was that moment like, and what does that kind of mean to see that kind of excitement at the start to the game, and then just that relationship?
It's always fun. It's always fun scoring touchdowns for one, and then it's even better when your head coach is a part of it. So shout out Shotty, man. He celebrates with us regardless, and he always got our back. So appreciate him. For sure, appreciate y'all.
Effectively, just get rid of any drama, controversy
like that, and what you guys did tonight.
As far as I'm concerned, it's over. It was Shotty being a head coach, establishing a tone, and his guys are following suit. It's over with.
Yeah, it's gonna make the front nasty, and gotta just keep on, going, and yeah, just keep building off of this, man. It was a great performance from all of us, for real, and
GP just lied though.
Just playing really good football. So, the physicality, the
Kenny
violence,
Clark Kent,
the effort by all of us, really the whole front today, the ends too. We played really good football.
He said when he was at Alabama, he'd watch film of you because that's how you wanted to learn how to be a two-tech and all this stuff.
Yep.
One, did you guys talk about that at all, and what does that mean to hear that he was watching you and learning from you?
No, it's awesome, man. He told me about that when he first got here, and it's respect. I watch him too. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching his tape, and he's a big. My first time playing in the 4-3 was last year, and he was pretty much the only one I watched. I love how he played the game. He can play the two. He can play every position for real. So, I got a lot of respect for guys that's versatile. That don't take downs off and can play multiple positions at high level.
How cool is it that you guys were able to? How much did you guys learn from each other even just this week? Now being in the same room and knowing that you guys used to watch each other, how much did you learn from each other this past week?
We learned a lot from each other. I think just, football is football. You're gonna be put in all kinds of different situations, but if he pressured the quarterback or whatever the case may be, just me. I asked him, what move was he, or what was he thinking here? Play action. His rushes on play action. Whatever the case may be, I'm always trying. I love football. I love to see what guys think. But Osa too. Osa a very smart player too. So always pick their brains.
How did all these guys just be able to open up things for one-on-one opportunities? Because they had to choose who to double team, like at least somebody really good.
Yeah, facts. Our five down front, man, is just nasty, and
jersey.
And just what you said. They're gonna double whoever. We expected to win on the other side, and we did that at a high level today.
Have you ever been a part of the defensive line where y'all can be as flexible as you can, just because you don't have all this talent in the interior and open things for just a one time?
Nah, I didn't play with some really good players, but just all three of us. And us just being able to roll and play off each other, and like you said, the fronts that we can get into, and it just not be no drop off depending on who gets in or whatever the case may be. I never played with a front like this, so we got to just keep building. It's one game, and we got to come in next week and have a great week of practice, and it's going to be a huge one against the Eagles.
How tough was the task to be able to go out, perform like you needed to play again, win with that hard?
Yeah, it was definitely tough. And the main thing we talked about, all week was just, playing like Marshawn would play, and that's with the energy, the effort, the passion that he would have, brought today. And we all know if he was here, he'd be wanting to play and give it his all. And that's what we had on our hearts today. Just regardless of what the situation is, play like how he would play today. Man, awesome. He's a dog, man. Like I said earlier, I've been a fan of you, for a long time since he's been in college for real, and to get a chance to play with somebody like this is huge, and it's gonna make all of us better. The front is nasty. I'm loving it.
For me, it being my first game back, probably a little different than other people. Kind of having emotions about everything. Being on the field and the Marshawn, but. Just being around my brothers, they helped a lot. So I was smiling the whole game, doing what I do, and that's keeping the energy up and running around.
Was there a brace issue with the brace?
It just slid down. But it was good. I actually was dang near naked on the sideline fixing it with Britt, but we was good. We got it fixed. We got no more problems the rest of the day.
I was dang near naked on the sideline.
Jersey, when y'all go and y'all have a big play or a big drive, y'all come off and you're able to see that. What are the emotions around that?
Yeah, I feel like, it's just to refuel us. We told ourselves, and been talking about it for the last week and a half. And, we playing for him. And so if that takes us seeing that jersey on the sideline to remember what we're doing, to remember, we still got 2 quarters of football left, and that's cool. But our brother is on the sideline with us, whether it's physical or spiritually. He's there. So having his jersey there, that's the least we can do. But we already know Marshawn is out there on the field with us.
What's the best defensive effort for you guys all around? What do you attribute that to?
Just throughout the week, I feel like we had a great practice, every day, just stacking the days, especially, coming off the bye. Couple new additions on the defense, but it's really just we played with energy today. We played with fire, and I feel like the whole game, whether they was getting 3 or whether they drive the field and we were stopping, or whether it was a quick sudden change, we kept the goal the same. That was to keep them out the end zone. Do what we got to do to keep them out the end zone. We had ended up giving them 1, but I feel like we played great.
You're going to be intense regardless of what happened, but keep up with the crowd, the atmosphere seemed like it was pretty lit.
It felt like a home game to me. So when you
shout
got
out Cowboys Nation,
man.
Y'all showed up
playing winning football and playing great. When you got the energy out there and the momentum, I feel like the stadium is going to react to that. And today was definitely a home game for us.
As a linebacker, what do you feel like having Quinnen in there and Osa and Kenny Clark? And those guys just.
It's easy. It's easy. All I got to do is be out there and do what I'm supposed to do. I was talking to Q throughout the whole game. Bro, you ain't got to worry about me. You got me. You got me. That's what he was saying. He was like, I'm telling you, I'm a dog. They gonna have to block me, and I'm gonna get to the ball. So you gonna be free. So just hearing that gets me excited because I know it's a linebacker's dream to play when the guard's not in your face. So when you got guys like him,
to go on a crazy run,
dominating, for 4 quarters, all we got to do is sit back and look at the quarterback. But the D-line, they controlled that game the whole game.
We kind of wondered what the 3 of them together would be like. Quinnen, Kenny Clark, what was it like just to see them play together and what they kind of fed off each other and helped each other with tonight?
It looked like a magic show, As soon as you seen one do something, it was another one. So I feel like they just kept pulling the tricks out the bag. I know A-Dub, he very excited about the room moving forward, and I am too, because when you got guys like that teams got a game plan for, they just can't, they can't bypass those guys. So those 2, 3 O linemen, blocking 3 guys, 4 guys, I get to run around and play football.
The national anthem, the camera's kind of caught you. I don't know if you were being emotional, but just can you recall what you were kind of going through, but just minutes away from coming back?
343 days, man, just taking it all in, soaking it all in. I don't take what I do lightly or for granted. So it's a blessing to be out there. So every moment, every second, I get to just live in a moment and thank God for it.
And we're gonna be doing this for an hour, so I'm trying not to interrupt too much.
That's what I'm doing. That's exactly what I was doing. I got caught out singing a little bit of the national anthem, but it's just like that gets me into it. Like I'm really here.
Coming off this win, what do you think it'll take to beat
one of the things we've been talking about all year is getting 2 in a row, stacking them. So. It's really about the Cowboys. The Eagles going to do what they do, but it's really about what the Cowboys going to do. And I feel like we're going to have another great week of practice once we get back. And we're going to stack them. We know what we fighting for. We know what we playing for. So the only people that can stop us is the Dallas Cowboys.
After winning this game, knowing we're so much heavy hearts.
It feels good. It's not going to make, what we dealing with easier, but I feel like it lifts the burden a little bit just knowing, like, what we doing is honoring him. It's not like we're forgetting him, but we're honoring him by doing what we're doing. So you go out there and you win ball games, you can come in here and have fun, and that's what we want to do.
What was it like for you to be back out there?
It felt good. I've been practicing, but getting in the game, it's a different thing. But shaking the rust off. But when you play with the guys that I'm surrounded with, like they made my job 20 times easier today. I ain't have to do nothing special. I just had to be out there. So, that's championship defense right there. When you got all 11 guys doing what they're supposed to do, you see a bunch of guys making a bunch of plays. So it was easy for me today.
Your thoughts on Quinnen?
He's a dog. He's a dog. And like I said, we was talking on the sideline, and every chance we caught, he was like, "You ain't got to worry about it, nothing, bro. I got you." And I honestly believe him too. So. He definitely take a lot of pressure off of everybody, on the field. DBs, I'm sure they love him too because he's getting back there and, quarterback ain't got no time. So linebackers, when you ain't got guards.
For real, that quarterback ain't got no time. For real.
And centers jumping up at you and you can read and react.
For real.
You got a good D-line. So I'm definitely thankful for those guys in front of us.
Yeah, it's just a special moment, of course. We played for 9-4 today, and that's what we'll continue to do for the rest of the season. He's no longer with us, but he's with us, if that makes any kind of sense. He's with us in our room, in every meeting, every practice. So
When you all stepped off the field, knowing everything that you brought into this, what was the feeling?
It felt very good, especially because of the week that we had last week during our bye. It was a tough week for sure. And you know, for us to come together and play complimentary football the way we did, I think that speaks to who we are as a team and our culture.
Thank you, Don.
Yes, sir.
These defensive tackles, how have they been able to help you guys on the other?
You saw it.
Yeah.
You saw it. I would say they helped a lot. You know, they obviously, you know, Q, KC, Osa, they all got back there tonight. The quarterback, we kind of got to do a better job. Me and JD were just talking about it. We got to do a better job ourselves, especially, you know, capitalizing on one-on-ones and outside. But shoot, we see what kind of, you know, we see what they can do, and it's going to be very special in a couple weeks.
Everybody's excited. I promise you, everybody's super excited.
Yeah, I saw him. I would say not so more or less. We still obviously get chips on the outside, or at least tight end, running back presence on the outside, which kind of slows us down a little bit. We kind of got to stay a little bit more tunnel vision, but yeah.
Your coach said Marshawn will be proud with your guys' performance.
For sure.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel really good about that. And because of the type of person, teammate, and friend he was and is, he definitely will be proud. You know, we were running to the ball, we were playing hard, you know, we were celebrating together as a defensive line. He would definitely be proud.
As a defensive player, though, how does it feel to have that type of performance on the field, considering everything that transpired?
It feels really good. We've been talking about it all week. You know, we got to do this thing together. We got, you know, guys got healthy. The linebacker in the linebacker room, you know, in the back end, and then, you know, we added a pretty good addition on the defensive line. So it feels really good to put a performance like that together. We just got to continue to maintain and carry that through the next couple weeks. Yeah.
This dude is so seasoned, bro. I feel like I'm listening to a 5-6 year vet, like they said, a 12-year vet. His answers are so perfect. He's PR trained. This dude is seasoned. He's going to be a star in Dallas.
It's very important for us. And like I said before, he's with us. You know, he's in our team meetings. He's in our defensive line meetings. He's practicing there with us. And he's not going to be forgotten. So
he a dog.
It felt pretty good. It felt good. We kind of knew the play. It was a really good play call by Coach Flus. And I was free to the ball, so just make the play.
Some love for Flus.
I don't pay attention to any of that. I don't even have Twitter on my phone, honestly. I just want to go ball and do what I can to, you know, help my teammates out.
All right. Let's get into Dak Prescott. Rain Dakota is next.
We'll start out with Calvin. Yeah, but I mean, obviously a tough, hard 12 days, and you know, through the bye week, those first, as I mentioned to you on the earlier in the week, those first few days, right, not being with the guys, was harder than anything. But the last 6, 7, you know, being together, working together, having conversations, you know, healing, shining a light on who Marshawn was, then obviously coming out here tonight and playing with the style that he played with, the intensity, the efforts, finish, and super proud of the guys. Whirlwind of a week, great one to cap off with a win right here, and but this doesn't put a cap on it. We're going to continue to move forward, shining light on Marshawn and carrying his legacy. And we need to play like this every week moving forward. And he'll always be with us. Yeah, huge. I mean, getting those guys the ball, watching them run after catch, being who they are. 2 elite guys that complement each other, that build off of each other's energy. One go makes a play, the other one wants to make a play. Tonight was fun. Just as I've always said, right, I'm just trying to get the ball out of my hands to these guys, be like a point guard, and let them go do what they do best. And tonight was a good example of that.
Cowboys. Just talk about Pickens. So they were disciplined before the game. You had a penalty last time. How did that break touchdown? We get another penalty. How do you balance all of that energy and on the edge with Pickens? I see you smiling.
He's a one-of-a-kind guy. Special individual, elite, has a great feel for the game.
He's at my end.
Loves the game, plays the game like a kid. I mean, you when you watch him play, I'm sure, right, the energy, the celebrations, like that's contagious, you know. And luckily we got a kicker who can make it. I know Shotty's probably not happy about it, but when you got a kicker that can bail you out, you know, it's one thing, but the discipline, right, there is a part of that we've all got to tighten up, and GP knows that.
I love that.
Obviously, he responded to it, right? Responded to the discipline by the way that he came out and the intensity he played with and the effort he had. But he's a special individual, and like you said, there's a balance to it, though. Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I think they open up things for each other. You know what I mean? You get both of those guys and they're out wide. You know, what coverage are you going to play? And when you're single high, you got to lean one way or another. You got to pick a receiver to help. So that's why I say they're complementary to one another. Yeah, electric, honestly, especially afterwards. Before the game, it was business as normal, to be honest, and I give the guys a lot of credit for that. I give the coaches credit. I give the whole organization for the resources and discussing, these emotions and these feelings throughout the week before they've happened. That, guys, I feel like all had a plan. They stuck to their process of pregame, and it showed right in the execution during the game. And then after, it was a celebration. I said it's been a tough week, and to be able to celebrate and smile for a moment and to know that you went out there and you, like Shotty said, made Marshawn proud and honored him the right way. But that's just 1 week, and we want to continue to do that.
You got 3 games here in 12 days against 3 really good teams. Shotty was saying that the honoring doesn't stop.
No.
On what lies ahead in the next game.
Yeah, nice, tough road. And as you just said, like Shotty said, the honoring doesn't stop. And, honestly, when the season's over, the honoring won't stop. So it's about intensifying everything that we do to carry the legacy of Marshawn. And then over these next three games with the opponents coming in and us wanting to get to where we want to go, everything's just got to heighten, right? The discipline, the focus, the intensity, the aggressiveness, and that's at practice. And that'll just carry over into the game. And, I've always said the game's a celebration of the work that you put in throughout the week. And so we're looking forward to it. Why not? Solid. Put the ball in harm's way once, maybe even twice. Receivers did a good job of, knocking it down. Other than that, like I said, I was just trying to be a point guard and distribute the ball, get the ball to these guys, let them go do work, and had a great red zone plan. All but the last 2 right possessions, we scored in the red zone. So just sticking to my reads, sticking to the process of practice and the game plan, and allowing these guys to go be special like they are.
Dak looked bored as hell with these interviews.
I don't know if there's words for it. A special individual. From the moment he's walked into the building, I've got to match and putting the time in, taking care of the body. That's somebody that challenges me and just being a professional and inspires me in everything that he's doing.
Who are you talking about?
The conversations that we've had, discussing, what he expects out of an offense and the way that he plays, and vice versa. Super impressed with him. Obviously, I've known he's been a dude from playing against him and watching it, but to have him as a teammate now, we're very, very fortunate, and he's going to continue to be the man that he is, and he's raising everybody's focus, intensity. You saw it tonight, and he's a leader now.
No, it must be to my Quinnen. Why can't I hear the reporters?
Yeah, I mean, just the focus, I think, right through the bye week, and having a good plan of understanding of what these guys were going to do and how they were going to attack, how we were going to attack them. And I was efficient down there, right, and getting it to the guys. And they ran good routes. They were speed. They were getting to their spots on time. And when we do that, that should be the result. And obviously, we should have had another one right there at the end. And we're not complacent with the 3 for 5 or whatever it is. We want to go 5 for 5. And we're just trying to build, and we've got to with the road we have ahead of us. Special. Overshawn's my favorite player. I've told him that. His locker, y'all knows right by mine. I knew he was going to go out and have a great game. That's because of the way that he approaches the business each and every day with the same attitude. A hell of a leader. Special player. That's no surprise. I mean, he really is. He's really my favorite player. And then Revel, just super excited. Young player, right? Had a couple of times of, like you said, rehabbing with him, but to just see him over these last couple of weeks at practice, watching the way he runs, watching him turn, getting out of cuts, he can run. And he's going to be a great player for us. Yeah, I mean, we knew we were going to play a team with a lot of spot drop, so it was important for our guys to run, be fast, be at their spots on time in the right depths, and credit to our receivers and obviously the guys up front, giving me a few seconds, and those guys being detailed on where they need to be. And if we can continue to do that, like I said, that's what we can expect of ourselves.
Interesting.
Tons. It's contagious. That's what complimentary football is about. Going out there, second drive or first drive, 3 and out, second drive, we fumble right there in their own red zone. And for our defense to come out and make a stop and hold them to a field goal, I think that's where we all took off right there, seeing the confidence that gave just the whole group of worry about yourself, focus on your job, and we can play complimentary football now. And tonight was a good example of that. It was awesome. Special. Honestly, I didn't even think about the relationship and how special this was for him, but that's just a reward for a guy, a Flo, who does everything right.
Love the honesty, Dak.
Whatever you ask him to do, run block. You break the huddle and CeeDee says, no, I want that route, and he goes and plays the other position and does it with such a great attitude, with such grace. One of the best teammates I've been around. Keeps a positive attitude, stays focused, and cares a lot about his teammates. Cares a lot about his teammates.
I like that, though. I like CeeDee being like, no, I want this. Like, hey, y'all ain't about to be feeding Flo and them boys. I want that route. I like that. And I also like Flo being like, you got it, boss. I like that.
He gives it his all each and every day. He's going to be a big part in carrying that legacy, Marshawn's legacy, and I know he's proud and honored to do that. And special for him to get a touchdown tonight.
How much can you take out of a game like this against a two-win Raiders team going forward?
Yeah, this Garrett Podell dude's a effing tool, bro. He's the dude that asked Shotty that goofy-ass question right after Marshawn passed. He's a tool, bro.
Honestly, it's the NFL, and let's not look at these records and understand that this is an NFL team, and this is more about us. We go in almost every game really, right, saying it's about us. And tonight's example of that, right, it was a dominating win. Sure, I understand that they're struggling, right? But if we play that way, I don't care who it is. The score might not be that big, the margin might not be that way, but there's no reason that we can't be confident and feel like we're going to come out on top if we can play with that same intensity and effort and complementary football.
Love that answer, Dak. Professional. I would have told him, shut your bitch ass up.
Yeah, that's special. Special is one of these moments you realize that this is just a game, and life is what's important, and our connections, our relationships, what we say to each other, how we can lift each other up, how we can be a helping hand, how we can be a true neighbor, a true brother, a true sister, and love one another. One love, like Marshawn, right, lived by. That's awesome. Didn't realize the Raiders were doing that, right? Obviously, I know the crowd was. I saw a bunch of the signs, and that's what it's about. That's what makes life beautiful. And hopefully, we can all continue to look at our neighbors, look at ourselves, and ask, how can we be better? How can we help better them? And just a moment, like I said, to understand that it's much bigger than this game, and it's about life.
Y'all are beating it into the ground.
Yeah, right, I've had asked for
18 minutes is a long interview to ask. Y'all, hey, come on, media. Just play the game, media. Ain't heard no Javonte Williams questions. Asking about how the line was blocking. Shotty said the right tackle position was up for grabs. How do you feel like Terrence Steele played? There's plenty of questions.
On there for majority of the game since I've been writing on it, and sometimes change up the message, and it was just the right message tonight. Not only in honoring Marshawn, but as I was just iterating, it's one love. Like we get one life, right? And we all do, and we are responsible of being the best neighbor to the person next to us, and giving them everything that they need in life that we're capable of giving. And so, to just show the world one love, and just to try to go out there and play focused, and allow my play and my focus and my relationship with my teammates to hopefully be an example of that. Yeah, why not? And I know I've been saying that. I'll probably keep saying that. Why not? And it's more about we're in control, right? We're in control, and life's going to throw things at us, and it threw us a hell of a curveball this past week. And how are we going to respond? And that's what I was telling the team, right? To have a testimony, you've got to go through a test, and this is a big test to our brotherhood and who we are, and to this organization, to us individually. And let's have pride, and let's honor our brother. And if we can continue to do that, move forward, carrying that light, and play the way that we did tonight.
Powerful messages today.
Yeah, that was special. It was a hard day. It was the same day that we lost Marshawn, so it was a very whirlwind of emotions. Yeah, it was a tough day. I don't know if my emotions were even, and mine was there even enough to enjoy it quite the way that I wanted to, but I can't tell you how appreciative I am of my high school and where I'm from, and talking about carrying things on. I am from Halton, Louisiana, and I am Halton, as I told them, and wherever I go, they go with me. And so super proud to be where I'm from, super thankful to be able to give back and to be in this position, and hopefully to inspire a bunch of kids there.
That's going to be the mayor of Halton when he
it's
retires.
Not just honoring me, that's honoring my mother, who put so much into the community by loving her boys and allowing her boys to to go forward and to shine lights. And then my brother as well, both of my brothers who were great athletes who inspired me and made me the athlete that I am to even get us to this position.
Shout out Tad.
Yeah, that's the winning plays. Like, those are the winning plays, not the highlights, right? Everybody sees that, but it's the it's that behind the scene, a 3rd and 10 that you get an 8 or 9 yard completion and put you in position, right, to go forward, which we did, and got the touchdown. And especially to a player like that, right, to Hunter, who does everything right, doesn't get a lot of shines, not getting all the notoriety, does all the dirty work, does anything you ask him to do. That's what's going to make this group special, is those type of plays as we move forward, and if we want to accomplish what we want to in these next few games, finish up.
Unfortunately, too many people struggling with mental health have been brought up with this notion that asking for help makes you look weak. What do you got to say to these people to disperse that notion?
Yeah, that's being vulnerable. It's not necessarily being weak. And, to have courage or to show strength, there has to be that counter of that, right? There has to be that moment of vulnerability. There has to be that moment of weakness for you even to exemplify your courage or exemplify your braveness and how strong you can be. And there has to be adversity to overcome. So with that being said, it's real. We all go through it. We all have foreign thoughts, and not all of us are capable and strong enough to counteract those thoughts and understand that they are foreign, right? And that makes us feel different and puts us in different moods. And I think that's the most important part, is being aware of who you are and your moods and your daily acts. And, not everybody understands that. And when you get in those down moments, those depressed moments, it's about, being a good neighbor. And as a neighbor, sometimes we ask, how you doing? And you get a good back. I think we should ask deeper sometimes, right? And if you ask 2 or 3 times and that person says good, well, then they're cheating you, and that you have that responsibility too of opening up. So we just got to have more conversations and talk. And when you do that, as I told the local media right earlier this week, you're just emptying out your cup. And the more that you can do that, the more you can help fill someone else's cup.
Last one. All right. So Dak, Mike Robertson, Sports Services. So Dak, with the omnipresence of emotions surrounding the team, how did you kind of compartmentalize? How did you focus on your emotions when you got the sack fumble and they scored immediately, and then you guys were down after the first quarter? So what did you do psychologically with everything else going on to get yourself?
Damn, that's a long-winded ass question.
I didn't go anywhere when that happened. I stayed focused. I understand this is football. Plays like that are going to happen. They had a better play than we had right there, and they got a hell of a player in Max Crosby who can rush, and trying to throw the ball away. He gets his hand
Terrence
on the
Steele
football
down like a pack of Rillos.
As it's still, back before it comes forward, and great play by them. But as I said, right, to watch our defense go out there and to hold them to a field goal, not allowing them to score a touchdown, wasn't just rejuvenating to me, I think just to everybody, and we fed off of that. But I'm not going to lose focus off of one negative play, off of a couple of negative plays. This game is long, and each play has enough responsibility in itself, so I just like to focus one at a time and give my best. Thank you, guys.
All right, y'all, and last but certainly not least, head coach Brian Schottenheimer.
Start with that, huh? So proud of these guys, Calvin. I mean, the way that they grieved, cried, laughed, but they wanted to honor him, and we're not done honoring him. He's a part of our family forever, but it's been tough, man. I mean, these past 11 days have been really tough, and but I'm proud of those guys because just the way they played today. They played with Marshawn's play style. I'll relax on the way home a little bit. When you're uber competitive, which I am, and you want something for your players so much, I wanted us to be able to find a way to get this game because it was the next game and because it was after coming off a bye and, losing a brother and a family member. And again, I think it's galvanized us forever. I mean, we'll always be tight, but this has really brought us together, brothers for life.
The LLS Cowboys, how do you balance the emotions of the week and having to play Marshawn and then having to discipline two best offensive weapons to start the game?
Yeah. Again, it's tough. Made a coach's decision. There were some things that were missed, and so I had a conversation with those guys, and that was easy. But I mean, you look at the energy those guys play with.
Interesting. There were some things that were missed. Wonder what that was.
Clarence, they literally.
I don't care. They handled it. CeeDee seemed cool. GP seemed cool. GP lied about it. But GP seemed cool. Shotty seemed cool. I don't care.
They jump-started the offense when they got back in there. They didn't hang their heads. They didn't do any of that stuff, and that's why I love those guys, man. Again, this was a great team win.
Here's a couple of things missed. Practice, meetings, curfew.
Couple things missed. Yeah.
After the CeeDee touchdown, I saw you go and hug both of those guys. You was talking about the emotion there. They jumpstart things and you go over and get both of them big hugs.
Yeah, I told them I love them, man. You know, it's what we do. You know, I mean, the role of me as a leader for this football team is to have relationships. I've talked to you guys about that for a long time. Like, I'm going to be able to have hard conversations with those guys or any of our players, and but I also want them to know that, you know, when there's decisions that are made, I love them and I appreciate them. I appreciate the way they play. I mean, literally, they jump started us in the latter part of that second drive and beyond, and that's what great players do. Business-like, you know, it really was. You know, I didn't notice much different. You know, the energy was good, Todd. The music was playing. The guys were very focused. You know, I'm going to say it again. I think, you know, playing the game and coaching the game, the distraction is real. You know, you're allowed to go out there and play a game that's violent and hit people and things like that. And I think these guys were ready to go do that. And not just to honor Marshawn, but because they love playing together. They love playing the game with one another. And that's why this is such a special group of young men.
What was it like afterwards? Was there any remembrance of Marshawn and you talked to the players before? We can hear the celebration a little bit when you announced the guys. But was there any other?
We started talking about Marshawn and how proud he would be, and with the way we played the game. And then I tried to compose myself, which I did, and we did our normal celebration because that's what we do. And again, just the heart of this team, man. And I mean, how about the defense? I mean, I don't even know how many, you know, hits they had on the quarterback. I know Gino's going to be sore, but just really, really proud of that group and what they've had to go through. And it was pretty cool to see those guys really step up in the fire that they played with tonight.
Mm-hmm. When did you tell them that this would be coming? Was it the night before, day of?
It was today. Yeah.
Going to the defense, only 12 carries, 27 yards for the Raiders. Just, what do you think is the biggest reason for that? I know from afar you say, well, you guys got Quinnen, that's going to help. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know, John. I mean, I can't talk for Pete and Chip and those guys. You know, when they ran it wasn't very good. As a play caller, it's hard sometimes when you're running. You're like, oh, that didn't look very good. Like you don't say that out loud, like I just did, but you think that. And but I'm not going to speculate for them. But again, I think the way our guys, again, controlled gaps and fit gaps and the penetration of the attack front, I thought was excellent. And again, I think when you look at this game, we talk about owning the line of scrimmage. I think we took a huge step forward in that regard on the defensive side of the ball. He's such a great guy, man. I think I shared with you guys on the conference call the other day, you know, for him and Logan both to come into a situation like this, you know, where they're just trying to get to know everybody. And then, of course, tragedy hits. His demeanor never changed. His professionalism never changed. He's a man of faith, a man of, you know, high values, and just an incredible teammate. And the guys took to him. Not surprised, both those guys. They took to both he and Logan. And, yeah, Q's really good. He's really a good football player. We should keep him.
We should keep him. He's saying it right now.
Yeah, I thought, you know, number one, I love the energy they both played with. I want to see the stats. You feel Demo when he's out there, even when you're not watching. Like, I'm kind of marking plays and just kind of glancing up at certain things, and you feel Agent Zero running around out there, which is great. And then, you know, for Von, I mean, he played really well. You know, he plays with confidence. He got one call for holding, which we told him, hey, don't worry about that. That's what happens when you're an aggressive corner. But I thought both those guys, really, the energy of the entire group, you know, was tangible, you know, and just proud of that group. And they've taken their bullets. They've taken what they were supposed to. But again, I thought Flus and his staff did a great job with the plan. We talked about this game was going to be about execution. We kind of tightened things up. It wasn't the biggest plan of the year coming off of the bye and the distractions and the things that we had to deal with. So, you know, I think, and that's good because it's going to be the way we're going to have to play these next couple of games, with a short week with Philly and then a shorter week with Kansas City.
You talked a lot about your respect for what he did for your career. What was it like coaching against him for the first time? What did you say to him pregame, postgame?
I didn't see him pregame, saw him postgame. You know, we just had a chance to catch up, and again, he's been so good to me, and you know, we just shared a few things. And
it's funny, Pete Carroll fired Brian Schottenheimer for getting pass happy, and then he got Chip Kelly out there letting Gino throw that bug 42 times and running the ball 7 times.
You know, he told me how proud he was of me, and I thanked him for everything he's done for me in my career. And I really do. You guys know it. I model so many things after him.
Brian, the decision to have Dak take a knee 4 times, a lot of that, not only sportsmanship, but respect for big.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I knew when they huddled, coming out their drive, I knew, of course, they were going to go for it on 4th down. But yeah, I wasn't gonna try to score there. Don't need to. Too much respect for the game. Too much respect for Pete. And again, walk out of here with a great win and a great team win.
All right, Michael Robertson, sports radio. So Coach, this is your first year coaching America's team, and this tragedy that happened, and now you're out here in the entertainment capital of the world, and all eyes are on this game, much like football. So how are you doing psychologically?
I'm doing okay. I appreciate you asking. Number one, we don't know each other. That's pretty cool. You asked me how I'm doing. I'm doing good. I'm happy for these guys. I have my moments. I'll be lying if I said I didn't have some tears when I first put the shirt on, as you can imagine. But more than anything, I know Marshawn was looking down on us, and we wanted to make him proud, and I think we did that. And I lean into my faith. My faith is really important to me, and that's kind of when I lay in bed at night and I'm looking for guidance. I talk to God. No, I think he's an excellent player. I told him that afterwards. He was actually talking to Flus, and I felt obligated to interrupt and tell him how disruptive he is. I mean, he's so disruptive, and you literally have to game plan, not just the passing game around him, but the running game around him. And it's the talent, the length, the quickness, the suddenness, but the motor, man. The motor is just what separates this guy. I mean, he is all day long, and huge, huge respect for Max. Again, yeah, I want to look at it. I don't think so. I think, they kind of feed off each other. I thought George was great run after the catch. He's still a little loose with it. We're working on that. There's probably a clip I know he was running towards the sideline where I think I might even have my hands in prayer pose saying, no, please. And I think the thing that jumped out was how they can affect the game even when they're not getting touches. Because these guys played a lot of different coverage.
Gosh, he's a lion.
And I know why. They know why. It's because those two guys are out there, and we're very blessed to have those two guys. But I thought we knew the run after catch would be big in this game, and I think that's where you saw GP. Really, he was excellent today. I love the energy he brings. Now I do have to. We talk, and we share and arm around the shoulder a little bit. But he's a fun guy to coach, man. And the energy that you see on the field on the game is the way he approaches practice, and that's what I love about him. And it's cool for me as a coach to again see the relationship with him and CeeDee.
That's why I suppose he got him ready.
Yeah, and then you bring him over and you talk to him, and you try to play on the edge and not go over the edge, and he's kind of right here all the time, and that's why I think he's such a great player. But I'll say it again, I love him. I really do. I love the young man. I tell him that all the time.
Oh man, for real.
Is he good? Yeah. Yeah, again, I just thought, the way the ball was coming out of his hand, Todd, the quick decisions he was making, he spread it around, obviously, to the different guys. I thought he saw it really, really well. I thought he managed 3rd downs really well early. Red zone, we were really, really good down there. He made some really just beautiful tight window throws. This is a team that plays a lot of spot drop cover 3, so there's tight windows, right? And if the ball's off the mark, it gets batted or gets intercepted. And, again, I don't ever take it for granted, but again, you guys know how I feel about Dak. I think he's playing just terrific football and huge part to what we're doing. And what I love about it is the ball's going to go where it's supposed to go. He's not going to force it to those guys, and he's just going to play. No, yeah. So we'll grade the film on the way home, and they'll get a couple hours of sleep and getting ready to play a hell of a football team in Philly. And, it'd be great to be back home for the next couple games, and that helps. But, again, like I said, we'll keep our game plans tight, and it's going to come down to execution. But, it's what we've been tasked with, and we're going to attack it.
Okay. All right. And those were the Week 11 sounds for your Dallas Cowboys. Y'all be sure to subscribe. Leave a like on this one because, golly, this was a long one. But, man, love everything I heard from the team, love everything that I've seen from the team, and I love the direction the team is headed, especially after the new additions of Quinnen Williams, Savon Rebel, Marion Overshown is back, Kalen Carson is looking better. Things are looking up for us, y'all. And how about them Cowboys?
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still them boys.